Today I bring you a hidden gem from the golden era of PlayStation 1, a game that mixes espionage, action, and high-speed trains. Yes, we're talking about Chase the Express. Also known as Covert Ops, Nuclear Dawn. Get ready for an explosive mission that could change the fate of the world, and it all happens on rails. We are Yacross and the game starts now. This title was developed by Sugar and Rockets, a Japanese studio subsidiary of Sony. Released in the year 2000, it came a bit late in the PS1's lifecycle, but with a unique proposition, a spy-and action-adventure inside a high-speed train. We play as Jack Morton, a NATO agent sent to rescue hostages and stop a nuclear threat. The train in question has been hijacked by a group called Knights of the Apocalypse, and yes, it sounds like a 90s movie, because it is. The good, non-linear exploration of the train. Constant tension, there are hostages, bombs, and decisions that alter the story. Multiple endings based on your choices. Needs improvement. The controls can feel a bit clunky nowadays. Some FMV scenes are highly compressed, but that was part of the PS1's charm. Graphics and sound. The graphics were quite ambitious for the PS1. The train's interior has unique details, beds, control rooms, realistic luggage, and the pre-rendered video scenes had a cinematic style. The music has that tense military thriller vibe, and although some voices sound robotic today, back then they were part of the charm. Gameplay. The gameplay combines third-person action, stealth elements, exploration, and even puzzle solving. We could say it's a distant cousin of Metal Gear Solid, but with its own identity. Everything happens inside the train, car by car. It's a constant, moving map full of surprises, hidden hostages, armed terrorists, bombs, and even alternate routes that affect the outcome. Also, your decisions change the story. You can save or lose key characters. There are even multiple endings. Sales and reception. The game received mixed reviews at the time. In Japan, it was somewhat more successful than in America. It was said the controls were clunky and it didn't match Metal Gear. But over time, many fans of the genre have reclaimed it as a hidden gem in the PS1 catalog. It wasn't a bestseller, but it has become a cult piece among collectors and tactical stealth fans. Average user rating. Between 6.5 and 7.5 depending on the region, although the community values it more today than at launch. Fun fact. The name Chase the Express remained only in Europe and Japan. In America, Sony renamed it Covert Ops, Nuclear Dawn to sound more American. There's a hidden mission if you complete the game in a certain order, and you can unlock an alternate ending where you fail the mission. Yes, everything explodes. The train structure is based on a real European high-speed model, and many menus are in English and French to simulate the environment. Why play it today on PSP or PS Vita? Now here's the good part. Want to enjoy this gem today without plugging your old PS1 into the TV? Playing it on PSP or PS Vita is the best option. Advantages. Full portability, ideal for short play sessions. Quick save and custom save states. Better load times than the original disc. Backward compatibility via official PSN emulate on or custom files, if your console is prepared. Don't have one of these consoles? Don't worry, at Yacross we've got you covered. In our store, you can find PSP and PS Vita ready to relive classics like this one. I'll leave the link in the description. Game start, the threat. The story begins in Europe. A high-speed diplomatic train called Blue Harvest is en route from St. Petersburg to Paris. On board are high-ranking international officials, including the French ambassador Pierre Simon, his daughter Christina, and a small security escort. This train is no ordinary one, it's a symbol of international cooperation and safe transport between allied nations. Suddenly, the train is taken over by a group known as the Knights of the Apocalypse, led by a charismatic and extremist former Russian military officer named Boris Zugosky. The group takes all passengers hostage and issues a global statement with a clear demand: release their imprisoned leader, Alexei Karpov, or they will detonate a nuclear warhead aboard the train. Agent Jack Morton springs into action. NATO, upon learning of the threat, launches an emergency operation. The game's protagonist, Jack Morton, is an elite operative specialized in such situations. He is deployed from a moving helicopter directly onto the train, performing a parachute jump onto the roof of the Blue Harvest. From this point, the entire game takes place inside the train in real time, as Jack must advance car by car facing enemies, disarming bombs, and rescuing hostages. Onboard revelations. As Jack explores the train, he discovers the situation is even more complex than it seems. The train has been modified with secret compartments, military equipment, automated defense systems, and an active nuclear bomb. Jack constantly communicates with his base via an encrypted channel, receiving intelligence and new orders. He also manages to contact some remaining train staff, including the conductor, technicians, and the ambassador's daughter, Christina, who plays an important role as a hostage but also as an informant. During the mission, Jack encounters Philip Mason, a mysterious passenger who claims to be a journalist, but whose behavior and access to restricted areas raise suspicion. It is later revealed that Mason is an undercover spy working for a rival agency. Although his goal is to gather information and survive, he occasionally cooperates with Jack, but his intentions are never fully clear. The Knights of the Apocalypse and their true goal. Boris Zugiski is not just any villain. His plan goes beyond nuclear blackmail. He seeks to destabilize Europe and start a new world order based on the destruction of current alliances. The use of the train is no coincidence. Its route crosses several countries, and a detonation at the right point would cause multiple nations to become involved in a nuclear war by accident or misunderstanding. Additionally, the nuclear bomb is not an ordinary one. It's an extremely powerful and hard to defuse miniaturized tactical warhead. Zugiski has at his disposal a team of highly trained soldiers, security drones, and jamming technology that blocks rescue signals. Key missions aboard the train. Throughout the story, Jack must complete several urgent missions. Disarm bombs placed in different train cars before they explode. Free hostages, including the ambassador and his daughter. Retrieve access codes and train blueprints to unlock sealed zones. Intercept enemy transmissions to prevent remote detonations. Fight mid-bosses, elite members of the enemy group, each with unique skills and complex backstories. One of the most intense moments occurs when Jack must choose between pursuing Zugiski or saving a hostage with a bomb strapped to their chest. The decisions you make affect the story's progression and which characters survive. Betrayal and moral dilemmas. In a dramatic twist, it's revealed that someone inside NATO leaked information about the train's itinerary and allowed the Knights of the Apocalypse to board without opposition. The game hints at betrayal within the High Command, but never fully confirms it, leaving the mystery open. In another key section, Jack discovers that the train's brake system has been sabotaged, forcing him to race against time to repair it before the train derails at high speed on a curve. Multiple endings. The game has multiple endings depending on 1. Which characters you manage to save. 2. Whether or not you disarm the bomb. 3. The choices made during key events. Good ending. Jack manages to stop the bomb, rescue all hostages, and capture or neutralize Zugiski. The train stops in time and the nuclear disaster is averted. Intermediate ending. Jack saves some characters, but others die, and the bomb is disarmed at the last second. The threat ends, but there are many casualties and serious political consequences. Bad ending. You fail to stop the bomb or make a bad decision, and the train explodes, causing a catastrophic international conflict. Jack dies in the explosion or in a desperate attempt to stop it. Epilogue. After the credits, depending on the ending. Confidential files on Operation Nuclear Dawn are shown, with hidden details about those involved, and it's hinted that the Knights of the Apocalypse haven't been fully eliminated. There are theories that the game planned a sequel that was never made. Conclusion. Is Chase the Express worth playing today? Absolutely. If you love spy stories, impactful decisions, and constant tension, Chase the Express is a unique experience that deserves your attention. Perfect for retro gamers and those looking for something different. Thanks for watching this video. Let me know in the comments if you already knew this game or if you're going to try it for the first time. Hit like, subscribe, and see you in the next video.